Yo, what's up? It's Stewart. Today I am doing the story idea writing tag. So let's just get into it. Number one, current story. What is your current story idea that you're working on right now? My current story would be The Sovereign Duties of Metagore, which is book 2 in my Metagore series. The first one's being released later this year, so if you don't know what it's about, you can go check out my website. Links down below. Follow me on all these social medias, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever, to learn more about it. Or you can just message me, whatever. But the second story is basically following right after the first. It picks up pretty much right when it ends. Number 2. Questions. Spark of inspiration. Do your ideas begin with characters, plot, world building, or something else entirely? It's a little bit of both plot and world building. I usually kind of get an idea for the story at times. Now I just kind of get the setting for world building, but usually I just kind of get the idea depending on exactly what I want to happen, and then I kind of world build around to make that idea plausible. And then after everything's created and developed, as in the plots and the outline and the world building and such, then I go back and design characters that fit into that plot. Number 3, brainstorm. How do you puzzle piece your story elements together? Do you start with the ending and make your way to the beginning, or vice versa? In outlining, it is more whatever idea I kind of get in general. For the Battle for Metagore, book number 1, I just knew it was going to be a war, so I kind of pieced together those elements, like the advancements and where each army would be in the outline. And then I went back to each kingdom that's involved in the war, and I went through each kingdom's progression and storyline individually and pieced those together, and then rearrange them to make them, actually fit together and to make it more chronological. And then when it comes to writing, I start at the beginning. I usually don't skip around. Number 4, keep or toss. How do you know when you want to keep or dump a story idea? Most of my story ideas I tend to keep. I don't really dump and get rid of story ideas. I might get rid of certain elements of the story, but for the idea as a whole, I usually keep them. I usually just kind of jot it down and put it on a back burner because I'm more focused on what I'm currently writing. But if I do get an idea for something else, I will go and jot it down somewhere so it's still there for later, so I'm not like trying to rack my brain trying to think of this awesome idea I had and I can't find it. So I do make a separate document and write them down. If I get ideas for my story, then I'll kind of jot it down at the end of my little note section at the end of my document. And then there's some of those that I decide not to use, and it's just whether or not I actually feel like that would be relevant. And a lot of times I feel like it is at first, and then as I'm writing, my story just kind of develops past it, or there's a certain element that I just can't seem to work out the kinks, and then I just get this idea for another way about it without using that particular plot line, I guess, or structure to the story. So, number 5, original idea. How much of your original idea for your story is actually used once everything is finished? The majority of it. Not like the actual draft or whatever. You edit and revise and take out all that stuff. But the actual idea and concept in general is still there. It's not changed. I try to plot out everything, so it's pretty much not necessarily set in stone, but it's there, and I know that's what I'm actually wanting to go to. And like the last question, if I get an idea for something to change or whatever, and if I can work it in, then I will. but it's usually just minor stuff and nothing really relevant. There has been other things that has came up, especially in that first book, because that was a new world for me. It was actually my first novel that I wrote, as well as, you know, actually building the world up for that novel. So I don't think I'll do it as much in future books, but for that book there was some elements that I added to it, but I don't really think there's any that I took away, so it's still pretty much still my original ideas. Might have just a few extras, maybe just a little bit. Number 6, hide or share. Do you share your book ideas with friends or keep them a secret? Oh yeah, I share them. I used to be on a couple different writing sites, and I would share portions of my story on there, just kind of get some feedback. I've since kind of removed everything from there since I'm actually pursuing to be published and everything. But with friends and stuff, I will share the ideas. I haven't really let many of them read it. There have been some I've sent, I've used them as like beta readers and such. But I talk about it all the time. I'm not ashamed of it. You know, I'm proud of it. So I'll talk to my friends, coworkers, stuff like that about it. Number 7, dream. Have any of your book ideas originated with a dream or a nightmare? Not what I've used, really. Not originated. I did write down an idea for a book that I might do way in the future. It's called Demon Thieves, which was actually a nightmare type ordeal that I had, and I wrote that down whenever I woke up. I thought it would be a good idea for a story. I just haven't used it because I've got plenty of other things I want to do first, and then that's just probably on the back end of the back burner. But it's there if I decide to use it. So that one did originate from a dream or nightmare or whatever. But besides that, not really. I have had scenes that I've been working on or struggling to figure out exactly how to go about it. And then I'd be thinking about it so much whenever I fell asleep that I would kind of dream that scene out. And then when I woke up, I would kind of jot down, you know, what happened before I forgot it. And I have used stuff like that before, yeah. Number 8, Doppelganger. Have you ever had an idea for a story, but then seen a similar premise in a book, TV show, or movie? Yeah, I mean, everything's been done before. There's nothing really original, just your own personal take. So yeah, I've seen other books and TV shows and movies and stuff with the same kind of premise, but I haven't seen anything done exactly my way. But I think that's like almost any other book out there. There's always something that's going to be very similar to it somewhere else. Number 9, big screen inspiration. Have any of your favorite movies, TV shows sparked an idea for scenes in your book? Yeah, I mean, I play a lot of video games and I watch a lot of movies and TV. And my favorite things to watch or play are things kind of closer to my genre, just for that, to be able to kind of pick up off of stuff for world building, dialogue, as well as just, you know, plots and other, you know, ideas. So I feel like if I watch some medieval fantasy type shows or whatever, that could kind of spark that creative juice in my mind or something. Same thing with playing video games like that or whatever. Number 10, nostalgia. What's the oldest first story idea you remember coming up with writing down? This would be Left But Not Forgotten. I did a What Not to Write video, I think last week, and that was the first story I've ever actually tried to write. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it too much. But that is it. That is all the questions for the story idea writing tag. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If y'all want me doing more tags or y'all have a particular one y'all want me to do, let me know. If not, hit the subscribe button, click the bell. Don't know which side over here, I believe. Yeah, let me know. Give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, you do whatever you do. I'm gonna do me. Till next week, I guess that's about it. Yeah, all my links are down below. I am currently still looking for ARC reviewers and street team members. If y'all want to help with any of that, those links are down below. As well as if you want to participate in the release date blitz for the battle for Metagore, those are down below. And you know, sign up to my mailing list, whatever. That link's down below. Everything's down below. But yeah, all my links are down below. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube. I got a website, blog. Yeah, everything's down below. Go check it out. If you can't read those, then you can't click them, then you can't follow me, you can't do anything. And why are you even on the internet?